Presidency, going public. How do presidents influence the laws that are crafted by Congress? In recent years, presidents have used social media as a new tool in their attempts to influence legislation. But using the media as an avenue to shaping the legislative agenda is nothing new. One of the hallmarks of the Trump administration was the president's use of Twitter. Through his tweets, President Trump bypassed conventional institutions, such as the federal legislature or the established media, and addressed the country directly. President Trump's use of Twitter remains contentious, but the principle behind his reliance on social media derives from an old presidential tactic. Political scientist Samuel Cornell coined the term going public to capture when the president makes direct appeals to voters in order to influence Congress into passing his or her desired legislation. The tactic behind going public is well over 100 years old. President Theodore Roosevelt used what he called the bully pulpit to elevate the power of the presidency. He traveled the country, often giving speeches on the back of train cars. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt furthered this concept with his use of fireside chats. These radio programs are used to help bolster support for New Deal programs. Against the counsel of his own advisors, President Ronald Reagan, while visiting the Berlin Wall in 1987, challenged Mikhail Gorbachev, the leader of the Soviet Union, to tear down the wall. More recently, President Barack Obama was both praised and criticized for his use of going public. Toward the end of his term, President Obama appeared in one of the last episodes of Comedy Central's The Colbert Show to tout the accomplishments of the Affordable Health Care Act. Likewise, he also appeared on Zach Galifianakis's Between Two Ferns to encourage younger Americans to sign up for healthcare.gov. Going public is not without its critics. By the original design of the founders, the presidency is a limited office. The president's primary responsibility is to execute, not make, laws. Some fear that going public gives the president too much power. There are also criticisms about the manner in which presidents go public. Without institutional constraints, some fear that presidential rhetoric is often too divisive and partisan. There is the fear that going public does not benefit the common good. On the other hand, some political scientists defend the principle of going public as a legitimate use of presidential power. Since the early 20th century, presidents are expected to have a significant role in public policy. Going public gives the president the opportunity, flexibility, and attention that are sometimes needed to push forward a certain agenda, policy position, idea, or proposed legislation.